Hey,
Yo,
hey,
what's up, mate? How you doing?
how's it going?
Not bad, not bad.
Uh,
Just listening to some music
bad.
while I was waiting for you.
What are you listening to this week?
I listened to a song called Aberdeen by Cage the Elephant.
Cage the Elephant.
Yeah,
Never listened, never would. Don't recommend.
it's a good song. Good song.
Caging elephants, I mean.
Cage the Elephant. What if it's like a
My God.
what if it
Uh, um,
what if
reckon
it
that's pop-
what if it fists humans?
with that flat. This is such a. This is a
Welcome to the
huge-
podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
What are you drinking, or is it just me again?
I decided to opt for no alcohol this week because of what you told me to buy, because I feel like alcohol was going to fuck it up. So I opted for water if I wanted to drink.
Yeah. While I go get mine, do you want to just
Okay.
explain briefly how we've come to do what we're doing now?
It's from the video, right, that we watched the other
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
I can't remember what it was. The video was the dude from fucking The Hot Ones, and he eats this habanero chili with this other dude, and I can't remember. I'm gonna search. The Hot Ones guy eats habanero. Habanero. Here we go. No. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But they eat this chili, and then they fucking can't talk for like the 10 minutes of the video because you're supposed to interview him. So yeah, we decided it would be funny if we ate a
All right,
chili. And
okay.
Jake told me to go buy a fucking habanero, and here we are.
Robert Hanaro. Yep, we've got
Did we
them.
get the same brand? Willie's habanero. Have you
Yep.
eaten two of them already?
I've eaten, not like by itself, but I put it in stuff. And let me tell you, it is
I've
hot.
got I've got three sizes here, and I don't know which one to fucking eat
Oh my
because
gosh.
I got medium. I got medium, small, medium, and large.
I think we should go the small. I got the same.
Okay.
I was cooking it with it last night. I put it in
Okay.
this like curry I was making,
Mhm.
and as soon as I put it in the pan, like
Yep.
Jules was coughing in the lounge room because it was just like it was insane. Like everyone in the house was sneezing and coughing. Like,
So we're
fuck,
eating
we
the
got
whole
COVID.
thing. So I got a towel
Yeah.
here. I came prepared with a towel just in case I get the
Oh, fuck.
some COVID symptoms
Well, I
over
got-
the
I
runny
got some-
nose.
I got some East Coast
Orange juice.
juice. It's not really orange juice. It's more of a
Breakfast
all-in-one.
juice. Is it like a
I'm gonna
breakfast
crack
juice?
my I think so. I'm gonna crack my CC and dry. Just I honestly haven't done this like since I ate it in a shop years ago, but it was just like one of the easy chilies, like one of the
See,
at the low end of the scale.
The last time I ate a chili was the ones that you get in the tuna.
Oh, just
like
a little
the
flake.
No, like they have like the big chili on the top of the chili tuna.
No, I haven't seen.
Anyway, they have one, and I ate that once, and that kind of got me buzzing. So I reckon I might actually die.
Okay, fuck. I'm actually
So-
kind of scared. By the way, just from the video that we did watch, don't rub anything. Don't scratch your balls or anything. You'll be in for it.
I'm just take. Is that moldy? No.
Oh, I
I'm just-
can't do
I'm
it.
just-
It's moldy.
I'm just taking off. I bought these Soldano cherry tomatoes, and they literally look exactly like this. And I was just gonna get one of those and be like, "This is fucking easy."
This is easy, dude. I've done 8 of them already.
All right, I'm taking everything off, and I'm just gonna put the whole thing in my mouth.
I'm just gonna keep the stem and then just do the 98% bite.
I've taken the stem off,
Okay.
and I'm stemless, so I'm just going straight in, and I'm just gonna swallow the whole,
So
and just deal with it later.
okay, are we doing
All right,
it?
let's go. Yeah, let's fucking go.
3,
3,
2, 1. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Oh fuck,
Well, it's crunchy.
it's good flavor. Oh, it's fucking
I
hot.
can feel like I'm getting punched
It's fucking hot
in
as
the
shit.
throat.
Right. So anyway,
Crying. So how's your week been?
to be honest, it's not actually that bad. Like, it's fucking hot. I'm gonna see how long I can last
nothing
without
like-
water.
I think it's. I was talking to Leah about the chili, right?
Oh, it's like
And-
capsicum, but like
It's like capsicum,
it's
but
like,
worse.
it's like capsicum, but like what a soldering iron would taste like and feel like in your mouth.
Oh. So I was wondering, with the chili, is it the seeds that have the spicy bit, or is it the actual membrane on the inside?
I think it's the seeds. Well, I know that's with jalapenos. Holy fuck, it's
Boy,
bloody
oh boy.
boiling, man. Extra hot variety works well in any style of curry. If you're not
Works
100%,
well on your enemies.
if you're not 100% happy with your purchase, we'll replace it. I'm gonna fucking get my $3 back. Oh, I was gonna try and see how long I could last with that water, but it just keeps getting hotter.
It's building. It's building. It's like on my tongue because I chewed it a bit. I'm gonna take my glasses off.
Oh, it's such relief when the water goes in your mouth. Actually,
So this is why I said to do it at the end of the podcast.
yeah, I think it'll just be funner now because we're just gonna be us dying in the.
Oh my god.
Anyway, how's your week then?
Oh boy, where do I begin? So we did the
Nice.
One Tree Hill Watch Party episode 4 and 5.
Yeah.
My nose is starting to run now.
Well, we did. Yeah. 4 and 5 on Saturday morning. We started doing them on Saturday morning for international listeners. Fuck.
Remember, don't touch your face. So we got up super early Saturday, so people who are from like Canada or America
Or the UK.
or wherever really can join in. I seem to have a lot of Canadians that watch the streams or whatever. But so we did it episode 4 and 5, which went good. I think we'll do one more episode for free, and then we'll start doing the Patreon stuff.
Yeah. So we do another double this week, so another Thursday and another
Yeah.
Saturday. So by the time this comes out, the next day, if you listen to this now, on a Friday, tomorrow morning, jump onto our Discord and we'll be watching the last 2 episodes of the free version.
Cool.
And then we're going to go to Patreon, so get on that.
I was thinking about like
My eyes are bloody watering.
about like because like only like 9 people are on Patreon. I was thinking maybe if you are a Patreon member, fuck me, you can
Invite a
bring
friend.
a friend to the set. Yeah. And so you can get the code to invite someone else to the party if you're subbed. Oh man, it's starting to subside a little bit, but just
It's
on
not.
my tongue, it's just like on fire, dude.
I can't breathe out because once I breathe out, I start salivating and then it gets hotter and hotter.
It's fine if you only breathe in.
I need to find something here. Because I overheard this thing on Triple J this morning, but I can't. Fuck it.
In regards to
Oh, in regard. No, it's like this quick little headline. Joe something
Okay,
hot
cool.
dog eating contest. He broke the world record for hot dog eating.
in Oz,
No, in America somewhere.
right?
Joe hot dog.
Speaking
Oh,
of,
keep going. You go.
speaking of Triple J, I just tuned into Triple J and heard yours truly's new single, Together.
Oh, there's a new
If you
one.
guys haven't sussed that, check it out. Yeah, bang! I sounded really good through my speakers.
Better than
I mean, I've heard it already, but Composure's my favorite still out of the 3 that have been released.
All right. Here we go. 2020 hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut, a massive favorite to win Saturday's competition, and I know he won.
Joey Chestnut,
All right, that's the guy's name, Joey Chestnut.
and he eats hot dogs.
Chestnut.
You imagine how hard it would be to eat chestnuts?
Oh, that
Apparently, when you
hurts.
cook chestnuts, if you cook chestnuts in the oven and like don't score them, they explode like a grenade. I've never cooked
love-
chestnuts though.
Here we go. Joey Jaws Chestnut breaks hot dog eating world record with 75 hot dogs
Holy fuck! In the space of how many minutes?
in 10 minutes.
Let's break that down. 75. Did you say?
Yeah, in 10 minutes. So 60 seconds in a minute.
75, 10 minutes. That's 37 in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, 37
So
hot
it has-
dogs, dude. I guess it's just
Fucking hell.
is it the bun as well?
Yeah, buttons as well. So it's like, I guess it's like a chewing, and then from the movies that I've watched where they do eating contests, like the drinking at the same time, I'm assuming.
Right.
Let's see if I can screen share this. Here we go. Let me screen share for a second.
Okay, go for it.
Screen share. Let's see. Hopefully, it still doesn't lag. Google Chrome.
Being so careful not to touch my eyes.
Yeah.
Watch.
Can you see my screen?
Let's have it.
All right. I'll see. I'll
Joey?
link you this. I'll
Joey
put this
Chestnut.
link in our chat so you can put the audio in there.
I can't see it.
You can't see it?
Nah, it's just
Wait.
2 dots.
All right, hold up. Maybe I'll send you the link and you play it because my internet's shit.
Cool.
Whew.
is fine by
Stream
me.
quality. Wait, how do I stop streaming? All right, I'm putting it in the general. Here we go.
Cool.
And then scroll down a bit and get the video. Yeah, but I just heard this and I'm like, I got to talk about it. I got to bring it up because eating contests is one thing that I still want to do when we get back to touring.
Yeah, true.
I want to go to a place and do like not an eating contest like this, but just like an eating challenge.
Okay, so it's the video that's on the homepage right there.
Yeah. So scroll down a bit and then
I'll scroll down a bit.
you'll see him
Cool.
like
Yeah. Gotcha.
red faced and
Alrighty, I'll share the screen.
Joey Chestnut.
Looks exactly how I thought he would look.
Look at the pain on his face.
Dude is like wet.
I like how they're wearing masks still and doing this competition in COVID and that massive plastic
Oh, is this
screen.
this
between them.
recently?
Yeah, this was like the other day.
How do you even coach that too? Like they would have coaches, wouldn't they?
I heard that what they do is they just drink ridiculous amounts of water like the 2 days leading up to it and they expand their stomach.
Oh my gosh. Dude, they would have to throw up right after this.
You would want to. I think it might be like a stipulation. But you can't, maybe.
Dude, he's well above everyone. He's 72 and the next nearest was like 40.
Oh, it's fucking crazy. I love watching that shit because it's just so stupid.
I wonder if the other people like have their eyes on the scoreboard or something and they're like, well, there's no way I'm even going to try now. This guy's 40 ahead of me, dude.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, now I feel like I'm at a good heat. I'm at a good heat now.
I'm still not at a pleasant heat, but I'm not at a crying heat anymore.
All right,
What?
and I had...
Speaking of
Yeah,
that.
you go.
Sorry, before
There
you
you go.
continue with the food
All
story.
good. All good.
If you guys have any other things that we should
Oh, no. I'm just wiping my face. Fuck.
that we should eat, that's like a chili, for example, or just something just gnarly, something whack, anything funny that you would like to see us eat at the start of the podcast, and then watch us squirm. Let us know at redwinegoodtime on Twitter and redwine.goodtime on Instagram, or message us individually. Who cares? Sorry, your food story.
No. Food story?
How you want to do?
Eating
when we go
challenges.
back to touring.
When we go back to touring. Because I always watch Man vs. Food and stuff. Have you ever watched that show?
I think I've heard of it. I don't know what he looks like. Is he a big, bold guy?
No, not that I remember. Anyway,
Right.
he's just this dude. Like it's really funny because like the first season he's like super young, and just like skinny, and he just goes to these places and just gorges himself like just to try the food and tries these ridiculous like Philly cheesesteaks and all this other stuff.
Is it a network show or did he just like?
It was
take
like
a
it was like
around?
it was like a Food Network show when it
Right.
started, and then he got picked up by like Fox, I'm pretty sure, or something big company like that. Anyway, he by the last season he's just like packed on the weight.
Well, that's his like full time now.
Yeah,
He's like, if
yeah.
I may as well just get good at this.
Yeah. But then I was just like, I can't wait till we go back because I remember just on the last tour I started looking for him and then we had to come home.
Yeah, it just like didn't kind of work out, did it? We were in like Orlando and we're like, let's look for an eating challenge, and then we couldn't find any. We had to
Although
drive.
they were
The tough
too
thing
far.
is that we have the RV, so we can't really drive. It's not easy to drive that shit around. We need the park for when we unload and load in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mamma mia!
I found there was this other article that I saw. I didn't open it, but I was like, it was like 15 unethical life hacks you would never think of. And I was like, all right.
15 unethical ones.
Yeah, unethical life hacks. So I'm going to go through it now.
If you're hungry,
And
kill your pet.
Here we go.
Wouldn't
One about
recommend it.
Craigslist. When buying something on Craigslist, send a bunch of insulting low offers from a burn email. Oh, yeah.
But so they just get sick of it, and then
So
they're just like,
and then you send them a reasonable offer from your real address, and they usually accept it. So you send them a bunch of shit
because
ones.
they're getting so much piss.
Yeah, and then you send them one that's like $20 or $30 more that you actually pay, and then apparently you'll get them.
I swear people do that on Gumtree, dude. Like you sell something and you get like
Yeah.
4 offers. Like they're all keen to pick it up today, and then
Yeah.
you write like 5 minutes before replying, and then they're like, "Sorry, I'm not interested anymore."
Yeah.
You have to catch people
Bro.
in their impulses, like mid impulse buy.
Bro, I have it didn't happen to me, but there's a story, not like kind of like that. Benji was buying a van, right? And he was buying it from Adelaide.
Another van story from Ben.
Yeah, he's like, we should get him on. He's got some fucking.
Yeah.
He's had like a hilariously sad life. Like there's so much bad shit just happens, and he just like rolls with it. It's so funny.
If you guys want to hear an incredibly sad story from Benji, listen to the last episode of the podcast, episode 16, I believe. Oh my god, it is a fucking dinger.
All the stories, the bad stories are around vans. Anyway, he messaged this dude. He lived in Adelaide, and he was like, "Oh, can I buy your van?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." Agreed to the price or whatever. He's like, "Sweet, I'm gonna book a flight. I'll fly up tomorrow, and I'll drive it back. Can you just meet me at the airport?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, sweet, no worries." Then he books the flight for like 10 o'clock the next morning. Messages the dude that night like, "Hey, this is the time I get in, blah blah blah." No response. And Benji's just like,
Hang on, Benji.
"Alright."
Wait, Benji was buying from Adelaide.
Yeah. He was buying
Oh, I
van
thought
from
it was
Adelaide.
someone from Adelaide was buying Benji's. Oh my gosh, so Benji. Oh no. Okay.
It's like,
yeah,
no
continue.
response. And then he's like, "Hey," like around midnight, he's like, "Hey, let me know what's going on because I'm flying at this time and I won't be able to get in contact with you." No response.
Yeah.
Next morning, wakes up at like 7, messages the guys like, "Dude, what the fuck's going on? Like, did we agree to it? You
I'm
said
at
that
the
you hold the
airport.
phone." He was literally about to leave for the airport, and the guy was just like, just wrote back, "Sold it." And Benji just goes, "Are you fucking serious?" And then the guy wrote back something like, "Oh, get over it, you pussy."
Oh my gosh.
And then me and Benji were just like, we should just fly up there and fucking kill him.
Fly up there and fuck him. Did Benji already have the address?
Nah, because the guy was gonna meet him at the airport.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
And that's such a coward thing too. Like he knows Benji's not gonna be able to get to him.
Yeah.
Lol, sold it.
Yeah, so bad. But Benji, he's like, "Are you gonna hold it for me?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "All right, sweet, I'm booking a ticket now." And the guy's like, "Cool, let me know when you fly in." And then
What's about someone bought it that night and he's like, "Oh, I could use the cash right now."
there was another one actually. He was picking it up from like near Sunbury somewhere, just past Sunbury.
Yeah.
Similar thing
Fantastic
happened. Like
area.
Messages the guy, "I'm coming out tomorrow." Books. No, I drove him out because I was going to practice. I drove him out there to fucking like some suburb like adjacent to Sunbury, like probably like half an hour from Sunbury.
Yeah.
And then he gets there, waits for the guy, no response. Guy was just like, "Yeah, sold it." Benji booked like $100 Uber home.
Oh no,
Just
dude.
heartbreaking shit.
I mean, Lucky is good at gambling.
This was before that though. This is when we were fucking like slowing it hard. All right.
I remember
next
actually
life hack.
when last time
Go,
I saw
go.
Benji potentially. I was at his house, maybe, and I was seeing their lovely child.
Yeah,
And
I remember that day. Yeah.
And he was telling me about the betting thing and how he was like, I don't know, he had this idea for like cheating the system or whatever. And I can't believe, like, even just thinking back to the last episode, I can't believe that he has essentially done it.
Yeah, it's not necessarily cheating the system. He's just like calculated. It's like calculated gambling.
No,
so he doesn't go on.
Come
and put
on,
like
there is no such thing as calculated gambling.
No, like so he literally watches every sporting event and like knows the teams, and he's like, yeah, that team's doing pretty good, and their odds are high. They might not be the favorite, but they will put up a pretty good fight. So like, yeah, I'll take the risk on betting on them. And then
what are the kind of bets he's putting up though? Say it's like they're paying $9, for example. It's like 9-1. Is he just chucking up $1 on like heaps of sports?
Yeah. So what is?
Or is he chucking up like 20s and 50s?
He's got like a long-term game in mind. So by the end of the year, he wants to make a certain amount. So he's only increasing,
which is now gone.
So he's got it. Well, he had another pool going, so he's still got some money. So say he puts aside a pool of $2,000, right? So he's got $2,000 that he has got a thing. So what he does is he wants to gain 10% on that $2,000 every week, right? Which is $200.
Which is very safe bets.
Yeah, so super safe. So you make small bets to make $200 out of that 1,000. Yep. And then the next week you come back, you have 2,200, so you make 10% on that. So he keeps increasing and at that rate. And then by the end of the year, hopefully, he's made enough smart bets to you have a nice lump sum.
It'd be consuming though, because it's hard to like keep up with the. You have to read like reports and stuff.
Yes. So he's on all these betting pages, and he's like, he's done a lot of research because there's a lot of gambling groups and people who like talk about their betting. So he sent me a bet slip of one of these betting groups that he's in. Some dude made $4,000 off $4 multi the other day.
That's got to have every sport under the sun in it, dude.
No, it's just like same game multis. So you do like three same game multis.
X to hit first point, hit the first goal or something. Then
it's
X,
like
Y,
this
Z
person to score a goal, this person to
right.
score 2 goals, this person to get 20 disposals, all that shit.
Dude, there's nothing more satisfying than having like a small multi on. I mean, I'm so glad I stopped gambling, but like when I was like getting putting maybe $1 on a multi and then getting like 90 back, I'm like, oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Is sports betting illegal in the US?
Not illegal. It's illegal to do it from your phone, I think. So you can go into a place and put a bet on. Some states it's illegal. But like you can gamble on sports in casinos and stuff like that, but you can't do it. Like mobile gambling isn't legal,
which is good because mobile gambling, it's too like. I see why it's bad because that week that I had where I was just like, Damian Lillard was scoring like over 50 points every game, and I'm like, well, that's a safe bet. Putting money on him scoring more than 50. And he scored like 20 for like he had 6 games in a row of 50, and then he scored 20 when I bet on it. I'm like,
yeah, but those 6 games are like, how hard is it to score 50 points in the NBA? It's fucking pretty hard.
I know, but not when you Dame. Literally, he was taking over every game, and he was just like, nah, not letting us lose. Yeah. And then he let us lose.
He's gonna burn out eventually.
I know. Yeah.
He's fucking human. He's not a machine.
I know. And I remember I messaged you like that week, and I was like, I'm done, dude. Because I woke up at like, it was like 4 a.m.
Messaged me that morning, and you just said, I just did something stupid. And then I texted you, and you must have been asleep. You just sent me the bet slip.
I know. So bad.
So good.
So bad. And then like, because like once you have a bet that big on something, you just look at it. You look at it all day. I'm just like refreshing. I'm like, okay, this person has this amount. Good. No, come on, fucking score. Like not doing any work. It's so fucking stressful.
How's your mouth?
I haven't thought about betting in so long. How's my mouth? My mouth is good.
My mouth's pretty good too.
What about
it's
yours?
like a nice heat. It's like a nice heat.
Yeah, it's like a warm. It's just warm now. I'm not getting any like burn.
Yeah.
Tell you what, probably wouldn't do that again anytime soon.
I mean, I would do it again. It's not that bad. Like if it lasted way longer,
coming out the other end.
If it lasted way longer, I would be so scared. I'd be like, if it's still hot now, but I wasn't like tearing up. Like I was tearing up, but I was like, I can handle this. It's just really hot.
Yeah. Wait till you watch my video.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you go.
I was saying it's not that it's like hot. It's just like it's not like you drank hot water hot. It's like fucking this weird.
It just
like,
comes out of
heat.
nowhere, and it makes your body do these weird things. Like I was looking at the camera, and I was watching my left eye ooze water, and I'm like, I'm not even like, it just like came out. I'm like, my nose is running now as well. Oh fuck! That was fun though. Good idea.
I got a couple more unethical life hacks for you.
Unethical ones. Keep going.
This one might tickle your fancy. If you have to bury a body, dig twice as deep and then bury a large dog halfway above it. So when they go to find it, they dig down, they see the dog body, and they're like, "Oh, nothing's here." and then they never find the body.
That is a fair call though, right? Because then it's like they've like, okay, well I've got to where the thing would be, and it's just a dog. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's actually another episode about what to do with dead bodies. That's a pretty smart one. Have you seen? Oh, actually, wait. I got something for you. I'm gonna link it to you.
Okay.
If you have like a spare hour and you're like, I don't know, maybe you hire something and you want to watch something like crazy, it's in French, but there's subtitles. It's fucking so good, dude. It is.
We still haven't done we should do a bonus of the most important videos playlist.
Oh yeah, we should do that. Should we do it like maybe Wednesday or something? If you're not busy, just one day.
Maybe before, or maybe after the
Before the watch.
After the watch. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Sounds fair.
Or maybe Saturday morning. Who knows? We'll get there.
Cool. So there's this trending series on Netflix right now. It's called Unsolved Mysteries. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah, we started
around?
watching that last night. Is it the second episode because it's in French? Because I
No,
started watching it.
It's the third episode, I think, that's in French, isn't it?
Okay, I'm not sure. But I got to the French one and I was like, I'm not paying attention that much, so I'm going to stop this
It's
right now.
the best one.
Yeah?
Believe me. It is like...
Okay.
So what was the second... What was the one before that one?
It
Because
was
the first one was
the mum...
really creepy about the guy that jumped in the hole. Oh, he didn't jump. I'm assuming
he jumped in,
staged.
At the hotel. He jumps and he jumped... Oh, they reckon he committed suicide, but yeah, you don't know what happened.
But it's like how... Like a running jump, 45 feet.
Dude.
And Lee's like, I don't know if he can make it, but I'm like, if you're determined, if he was mega keen on killing himself, he could have made it. But I don't think he killed himself. I think someone like, I don't know, was in on it.
Yeah, and they
was,
reckon... the way they
had
were
information
talking
about shit.
the way they were talking about how his shoes and stuff were planted there.
Yeah, his glasses, not broken.
Yeah, mobile phone, not broken.
A huge fall from like I don't know, it was 20 stories or some shit.
I was thinking maybe...
Glasses?
Maybe he was in a helicopter and someone threw him out. But they never brought up...
But then also, like, no one heard any noise. Oh, apparently, like, no one was talking. But
yeah.
When I was also thinking, like, say he was dead when they threw him. There's no blood on the outside of the hole. You know what I mean? There's no blood on the top of the roof. If they faked the hole, so they killed him and just chucked him in the bottom room, like, they couldn't have faked the hole because it was steel. How do you even make so much noise and fake a hole? So that was out of the question.
But they said that his
like,
bones were so broken as well.
Yeah. Well, if he was alive, like, and say he fell through and died on impact, I'm assuming, because it was like 20 stories, wouldn't there be some sort of blood around the hole? Or like just, you know, like not just at the bottom? Like, do you reckon he would have started bleeding before he hit the bottom?
Yeah, I mean, were there lacerations on his body? Were there cuts and stuff?
Dude must have been going like a missile. I don't know, because his flesh was like gone by the time they got to him, I think.
Oh yeah, he was decomposed. They couldn't really tell. That's right.
Yeah.
He was like decomposing for 8 days before anyone found him. And what's weird is
that...
if you're above that fucking room, they reckon no one uses that room, right? That he fell into. But if you're below that room, you don't hear a fucking thud. Like, no one hears a thud. No one hears anything breaking. Like, I know it's
someone
a top
had
floor
to
or whatever.
Like, paid something.
But it's his friends. People. His friends definitely in on it. You know,
he
refused anything. So, like, come on, man.
Yeah, he refused to go be a part of the interview, and there was a gag order on the business, so it had to be that he had some information on something. But it was like super creepy, and the thing that I should have guessed it by the title, but it's so annoying because you get to the end and you're waiting for something to, I don't know, like, and this is who did it, and this is why, but it's obviously because it's unsolved.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that it's unsolved and they're bringing it back to the light. They're like, if anyone has any information about this, come forward because we're still investigating. The second one was, which one?
The first one, that was the second one. The first one was the mum that just disappeared, the hairdressing mum. Dropped the kid off at school, went to work, and then she was just gone.
Oh yeah, in that 13-minute window.
Yeah.
That was a creepy... I reckon it was the husband, dude. 100%. He was talking about how her son's a fucking useless idiot. Do you remember? He's like, I'm not letting him... He changed the locks next day of the house.
No, I missed
Didn't let him have his mum's ashes. Like,
I must have
And he's a degree in criminology.
Oh, come on. Come
He's gotta
on.
be it.
I watched this other one that just came in on Stan yesterday. It's called Outcry.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's about this American high school football player who got convicted of child sexual abuse.
Right.
But
I'm thinking of a different.
Go.
Sorry, continue.
The whole documentary was about how a bunch of these people were like, he's falsely accused. Everyone in the town was just like, they 100% have the wrong guy.
Right.
Like there was no
just
hard.
because I thought like he's
hard,
such a good guy. Like
there was no hard evidence on it. I might give you some spoilers if you don't really.
That's
think
fine. I'll probably watch it anyway. But
spoiler alert! Just if you're going to watch Outcry and you don't want me to spoil it for you, turn off for the next.
Oh, true. There's other people listening to this
minute or so.
conversation.
So what happened is, his parents were in hospital, so he moved in with his family, and at that house they had a daycare, and the son of the family that they moved in with, they basically looked like identical twins.
Yeah.
And then one day this kid came,
and they weren't.
This 4-year-old. No, they weren't. This 4-year-old kid from the daycare told his parents that Greg, which is the big football star, put his pee-pee in his mouth. Right? Well, when they were sleeping there. And then right? This is what the kid's saying. And in the interview you're just like, what the fuck? Like this kid was like it was like someone whose whole life is about wanting to play football and they literally have no time to do anything apart from train. And right? Like obviously you listen to the kid. It had to be investigated. So they investigated it.
Yeah.
And there was like the only evidence they had was this kid saying it was Greg.
Right.
His 4-year-old kid.
Okay.
And from the interviews...
And so Greg was staying at the house, right?
Greg had moved out a month before the allegation.
Okay. Right.
Right? But when the kid described the room that it happened in, it was the other dude's room. But they never investigated the other dude. His identical twin that wasn't his actual twin. So this
guy...
the
football player's twin.
Yeah, so this guy ended up being like super jealous of Greg because Greg was so fucking talented or whatever.
Right.
So Greg went to jail for like 4 years, and this dude kept on like raping girls and stuff, and
he was still going.
He was still going. Old mate was still going.
Oh my lord!
Innocent bloke was in jail.
And this is like his peak. Who was he? A high school football star?
He was just coming. He had just got basically just accepted a scholarship to this uni.
That's like those are your prime years. Not prime, but like peak athleticism, dude.
Yeah, but you got to watch it. It's really good. I won't tell you the ending, but you got to watch it.
All right, I'll watch that if you watch the French episode. Trust me when I say it is annoying to read, but it's mind blowing, dude.
Okay,
it's by far the best one out of the 6 that are in the thing.
I'll probably watch it after this.
Sick.
I'm excited. I like seeing stuff and being like, yeah, cool, that'd be cool to watch. But when someone else watches it and they're like, no, you need to watch this. That's when you know.
Yeah. It's because when it came on for me, I was like, fucking subtitles. You kidding me, dude? I'm eating dinner. Am I meant to like pay attention? And then like I just did, and I'm like, I would love to watch it again if it had the same effect.
Yeah.
So I still haven't watched Crown. I've been meaning to watch it though, but I just don't like. I don't know. I watch One Tree Hill and then I watch MasterChef, and I've stopped watching Big Brother.
If you're about to go streaming, just chuck a couple episodes of The Crown on, and if you don't like it, fuck it off. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll just watch it on a stream. Kill 2 birds with one stone.
Just put it on. It's just audio. You just get the audio book for it. instead of while you're streaming, you just listen to the audio book. People go past your stream and they see what track's playing. It's like first episode of The Crown.
No, thank you. Oh gosh, I'm feeling good now. It's finally subsided.
Yeah, I'm.
Could go another.
I'm worried about the aftermath.
of touching things.
of it when it comes out of my ass.
Oh no, you'll be fine. That's the thing. Like that's why you have to chew it heaps because then it's just in your face.
Here's another unethical life hack.
Oh,
for
we got another unethical one.
I got 15. So every time we go off topic, I'll just flick through them and see if there's any more.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another one for you. When you go to the cinema, spill some of your drink on the seat in front of you so no one sits in front of you.
Oh, that's a really good one. I mean, I haven't been to the cinema in
What was the
years.
last movie you watched at the cinema? If you remember.
Oh, dude, I couldn't tell you.
Mine was
dude,
a Michael
it's
Hutchins
been years, honestly.
movie. Michael Hutchins.
Oh,
movie.
the doco.
Yeah, one of the most recent ones. Me and Kate
In
went
cinemas. Was that the one where they explain how he went like he lost his sense of taste and like smell and shit?
Yeah. That one.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw that, but I thought it was like a 60-minute thing. I didn't know it was a cinema.
No, it was at one of the smaller cinemas, not at like Village and stuff.
Ah, okay, cool.
You know that one that used to be near our place up the road. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know if I saw it. I was gonna say something. So COVID is back.
Yeah, fuck, mate.
Back and bigger than ever in Victoria. Borders closed for the first time ever.
I can't actually believe that what's actually happening with the commission housing at the moment. Me and Kate were like,
all of them are getting it.
No. They literally like, from the reports I've read. So, do you know what commission housing is?
Yeah, it's like the less fortunate, less money earning.
Yeah, it's all those massive fucking apartment buildings that are like
just complexes and stuff.
Yeah. So what they did was they can't. What people have said that live in there that have been interviewed, they didn't even give them like an hour's notice, and then they basically put them on a full lockdown, and they're surrounded by police 24/7 for like the next week.
So what if they were like, oh, I was just about to go out to the shops to get my weekly shop?
Nope.
None of that.
They're basically on like a hotel lockdown kind of thing, but so they can't.
I mean, a lot of those places would have young children as well.
Yeah, and Pauline Hanson was interviewed about this morning. Let me bring up an article. Pauline Hanson. Yeah, and she said something fucking so stupid. She's like, they're full of. Here we go. Utterly repulsive backlash over Pauline Hanson's Housing Commission comments. What did she say? Today's show, she was copying a wave of. Yeah, she labelled the Tower residents as drug addicts who should have learned English before coming to Australia. Why did they give her so much?
What does that got to do with anything, dude?
Why did they give her a time slot? They came to Australia to get a better life, and they're fucking struggling like to get there because everything's fucked.
What has that got to do with them getting? Like, was she refuting that like they gave them warning, but they just didn't understand because none of them?
No. She's just saying
just for no reason. She's saying that.
Yeah, she's just like, wait, let me bring it up. 1 second.
Oh my god, dude.
She was picked up by a 9 breakfast show in May last year.
She like always comes out and has like her little moments in the spotlight of just pure dribble.
Yeah.
Like racist filth.
Yeah, I can't find exactly what she said, but that's one of the things that got taken. A bunch of people were just like, why the fuck is Pauline Hanson still given the light of day when everyone knows she's blatantly racist?
You know what? I know why she gets the time of day, because like secretly a lot of other government are as well, and a lot of people are. And it's appealing to those people that the government are trying to get on board that, hey, this race is bad. Let's shoot them off so we can make Australia great.
They just lump in all these people together. Like, they don't know anything about their history or anything.
Yeah.
Like, the Australian attitude, right, is supposed to be like everyone should be getting a fair go, right?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't matter unless you're white, basically.
Yeah. It's fucked up, and coming from Pauline Hanson, who's got like the most privilege ever, just like the ultimate Karen white privilege. Oh man! Every time I see her face in the news, I just get heated. She's never got anything nice. Anyway, whatever.
But you're right though. You're right. There's definitely there's the unspoken. Oh, that's right. Do you remember her fucking? Oh, you probably don't remember. I remember driving down the highway towards Narre Warren one time,
The billboard
and it said "Vote for me" because I'm saying what you're
saying
thinking.
what you're all thinking. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
It's like when we when we were driving through America and it said something about being gay. I don't know, like, and it had like a fucking gun on it or some shit. I don't even know what the sign said, but it was basically saying you can't be gay, not allowed. Which is obviously like a lot of the people's opinion over there.
Yeah,
like
and
in some of the states, but
in the place where we were, it was probably a
mega
state where
Hickville.
a lot of people feel that way, kind of thing.
But it was shocking that it could even be a billboard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's pretty crazy. Like, I was thinking about America. Like, oh, there goes my fucking phone.
Happens to the best of us.
It's so much bigger than just LA, you know, because like LA, like a lot of people are like, yeah, we don't think what Trump thinks, right? But there are so many more people in America that do.
100%, and that's why he's in. It's why he's in office.
And they reckon he's gonna fucking win again.
Yeah, he'll win again. I mean, who's opposing him?
Joe Biden, the fucking biggest dinosaur of them all.
The only hope would have been Bernie, I think.
He's basically losing his mind.
I reckon Bernie would have been the only hope, but like he obviously gave up campaigning after his heart attack.
I thought he stopped campaigning because of COVID. He's like, I'm fucking old, so if I'm out there campaigning, I'm gonna die.
I thought he got had a heart attack. Maybe he's had a heart attack. I think maybe.
So they can still vote for Bernie.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's not.
He's just not the.
He's not trying to grab headlines.
He's not the name for the Democrats, right?
Yeah.
So you can still vote. You can still vote for him.
Yeah.
But he's just not the person that's getting pushed. His name will probably still be on the ballot, but.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the people that are just like Trump. I mean, I don't know what Trump does in regards to business and stuff, but a lot of people are voting for him for his morals, I think, because they share the same ones.
His
like,
business-minded morals, you mean? Like I
racist,
honestly reckon a lot of
certain people out morals.
Honestly reckon a lot of people vote on him for the things that he says. Like,
yeah.
Not the Make America Great Again, but he's like saying, I'm going to bring jobs back here. I'm going to like build our nation up. And he might be doing that. And those people are like between a rock and a hard place. They're like, well, the other cunt's not doing anything. So I'm going to vote for the guy that's saying it, even though I kind of don't want to. Like, he's the only one that's doing it for me. But like, because that's what was with Hillary as well. It was like the lesser of two evils, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because everyone was all that shit came out about Hillary and everyone was like, nah.
Yeah, all the emails that were leaked and stuff. But I mean, like, you look at any president anywhere, especially after watching that Epstein doco, like, everyone's probably fucked up, you know what I mean?
Did you hear about the latest thing that happened with that?
The 60 Minutes thing about his Epstein's wife?
His missus, they arrested her.
They arrested her. Yeah, I haven't actually looked into it. It's like a 60-minute special on YouTube, I think.
Oh, I haven't even watched that yet, but I just read it. Read the article on it that I saw. The day it came out, I was like, nothing. She's being arrested for questioning in involvement with all the shit, like making the girls feel like it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's literally like grooming. She's like part of the the crime.
Yeah, she's like bringing the girls in and making them feel safe in an environment when they shouldn't feel safe. Kind of thing.
Made me feel sick when I was watching that doco. I was just like, I watched a couple episodes, and I was like, I don't know if I can keep watching it, dude. It's just like, I don't know, making me feel really weird. But then obviously I had to keep watching it.
It's pretty gross.
Like 2 episodes left, but it's just it makes you wonder. Like all that shit came out about Trump as well, and how people reckon he had Epstein killed because in the most secure prison ever, or something like that. I don't know. No, it wasn't most secure. It was like, how does anything happen in there without it being recorded? Like the cameras magically stopped working, and like no guards or anything, and then boom, he's just dead in his cell.
Exactly. Well,
in case in case he wanted to testify and go, here are the names of everyone that's been to my island.
Oh yeah, he could have easily like being given a lesser sentence or even kind of gotten away with it if he
Yeah.
gave up the other 100 men, 200, however
Yeah.
many fucking people there were.
Some big names are like royalty and
there
like
so many people.
What's his name? Bill Clinton.
There's so many
I
people
did not
that
have sexual relations with that woman.
So many people that could get brought down. Like fucking hierarchy of the world would probably fall apart. Like it'd be that intertwined that you probably couldn't even arrest the people that were part of it because they control
so
the
much.
fucking world basically. But
And that's when I was watching that shit and like how the FBI just came and took over the case and like watching like crime docos and political stuff, it makes me just think like we really know fuck all about what actually happens in higher up like governments and stuff. Like we really have no clue. We never will because there's so much conspiracy that like and corruption.
And I think it's a good thing and a bad thing because like imagine you knew.
That's kind of good.
No, as in like it's good to be semi oblivious to it because not like imagine how much shit like Obama would have had to deal with in his 8 years being a president, like wanting to do certain things and just not being able to do them. Like how stressed out he would have been just being like, I want to kind of fucking make this place better, but I literally can't. There's too many things in the way. Like I literally have to kill all these people, which will make me a murderer, just so I can get my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you. Like it's like when we with tours and stuff, it's like we want to know that we're getting pushed for tours and stuff, but then it's like you don't want to know every tour that you're getting pushed for because then when you get declined for every single one, you get all sad. So it's like if we had all these things about the president and like the prime minister and what they're doing, like maybe they're gonna like cut the military budget like 257 million or whatever, and then they're gonna like disperse it and get free education and fix a bit of the unemployment, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't do that. We like guns and planes and stuff.
Did you see? Did you see the fucking? Did you read the article about how there's like this massive unemployment and then the government just spend like billions of dollars on getting fucking missiles and shit?
Yeah, literally. I saw that. Like, I think Leah retweeted or something, but it was like, imagine like having a military worth this much, but like spending that amount of money could cure this.
Yeah.
And they're listing off like a lot of big issues that are happening in probably every country. But then you think like, again though, blissful ignorance. Like we don't know what the military is doing. They could be doing stuff that we don't know. We're like, what's 100%. The military for? We're not even in any wars. But there's probably stuff going on.
Yeah, I think we're in the if it's the Middle East with fucking America, I think we have some troops there at the moment.
Right.
But
because that's what. Oh, speaking of troops, dude. One time I was leaving Canada, I think, on my trip with Leah. We went to the airport and we saw a bunch of military like troops like all throughout the hangar. Yeah. And we're like, what the fuck? And it was the day before Trump announced that like they sent X amount of people to this place, and I'm like, holy crap, it's so weird seeing it in person, dude.
Yeah.
You're just like looking at them and you're like, you're not going to be home for months. You might not come home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll probably like fly into Sydney to get on like one of those massive army planes too, just to fly over there.
Jeez.
Shit's bit crazy. Like imagine, I thought about...
Shit's crazy.
I thought about like a lot of things when I was in high school. Like I was thinking about joining the... Not actually joining the army, but I thought about what it would be like. You know what I mean? Like, because they did like that. I nearly got suckered into like doing like my education through them because you get it for free.
It's free, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it would be such a crazy life. There was a dude who was trying to be a pilot, and he wanted to go to the Navy, to the fucking Air Force.
Yeah.
In my high school, and he did like all reserves and stuff. But I'm like, I couldn't even imagine like what it would be like. It'd be so insane.
Nah. I thought actually the other day, maybe a few days ago, I was thinking, I understand why people choose to become policemen because they want to, help keep the streets safe, help keep people safe. And I was picturing if I had have gone down the policeman route, which has never been a thing I've been wanting to do ever.
Yeah.
But I was like, people probably most often go in there with good morals, and then they see what happens and how stuff happens and who's making, the cogs spin and how you have to act to get to certain places. And that's how everything just ends up getting fucked. I reckon everyone goes in there with a good noggin, and then they just
by the time
move
you
up
get
the ranks and it just comes unscrewed.
By the time you move up the ranks, maybe
I'm not going to move up the ranks if I'm a good guy.
But you know what I mean? Like if you go in there with like the right mentality or whatever, and you're like, I have to do this one thing to get me to this place, and then when I get there, I can help everyone. But then you get there and you're like, I can get there if I do this one thing. And then I can help everyone. And then by the time you're at the top, you've done like all this shit, and you're just like, fuck.
It's become a shit watered down version of what you wanted to be when you started.
Yeah, and then you just go
home. For example, like people that are really passionate about when they get calls in like disturbances here, they're probably like, I'm a cop now, first year. I'm going to fucking sort this disturbance.
Yeah.
And I'm going to definitely investigate everything. And then like a few years in, they're probably like, they always hold their fucking best and shit. They're always probably just like, looks good here. I'm off. No paperwork for me today.
Only one black eye? Yeah, no worries. I'll see you when you got two.
Two? No.
Dead.
I literally think that's what it's like. Like it's the same probably with any job. Like you're super keen to prove yourself at the start, and then I don't know. Then you go to write LP2, then you never have any motivation.
Yeah, it's definitely, but it's fucking probably one of the most unrewarding jobs, right? Like, firemen and women, like, save people's lives. Basically, their only job is to stop fires and save people's lives and save people in car accidents and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking doctors and nurses saving people's lives. Police officers finding people. Like upholding the law is probably like one of the hardest. I was saying this to Kate. Like, even lawyers. Like, imagine like trying to be unbiased while you're working a case, so you can uphold the law.
Yeah.
Like you can't you can't even look at this person and be like, this guy looks like the biggest cockhead. Like you can't even have that thought in your head. Like because once that thought enters your head, like you have this preconceived notion of them.
Public defenders get like stacks of cases, more than a lot of law firms get, and they just have to represent. They get paid by how many bits of paper they get off their desk, not how well they do. You know what I mean? So they're just like, they're just there. They just show up to be there. You know what I mean? To get paid.
When I got caught driving on suspended license, I talked to one of them. Yeah, I've told that story. I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
I haven't heard of it.
I've told you when I went to court.
On the podcast though.
Oh. Should I tell it now? Fuck it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm not a criminal.
Criminal.
Got away with it because I'm white. So it was all good.
Oh my god. Naughty boy.
I'm pretty sure that, like, I still haven't actually received the fine for it, which was like 2 years ago. So I got caught speeding, and I opted to take 1 point good behavior for a year. We went into the studio to record the album, and I gave Benji my van. Benji ran a red light, got a fine. Because it's a red light fine, it comes in the number whoever's the car's registered to. He told me he sent the letter back, and I believe him. Sent the letter back to nominate himself. But they never received it. And then I get a letter. I get a letter like a month or two later saying, you are going to lose your license on this day for 6 months unless you review it. That's what I remember reading, but apparently that was wrong. So I put my thing in for review, and then I just assumed that while it's in the review process, I can keep on driving.
Oh, I think I do remember this now.
Right? So I'm driving for work, doing my normal shit. I'm with Benji, actually, driving for this job. I'm down fucking South Gippsland, Coorumburra. Yeah. And I'm driving, I see this highway patrol coming towards me, and I'm going like 107 in a 100 zone.
That's
And
you can go like 103 in 100
yeah.
zone.
And then me and Benji are like singing and laughing in the van, and I'm waving my arms or something, and that's what grabs the police officer's attention.
No, you were drumming. You were air drumming.
Oh, I was
you?
air drumming on the thing, but I was being a nonce about it, but I was like in control of the vehicle, 100%.
Yeah, my knees had perfect grip of it.
Yeah, officer. Duh. Don't you ever drive with your knees on the steering wheel? Anyway,
You
so
see, if I don't drive with my knees, I can't hit the toms and the snare at the same time.
I see him fly straight past us, slams his brakes on, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, here we go." And I literally just started slowing. I just took my foot off the accelerator, started slowing down.
So I rammed him.
Pulls me over. Guy walks up to the window. By this time, I've taken my seatbelt off to get my wallet, which is on the ground.
Yeah.
To get my license out. Walks up to the window. He's like, "Do you know why we pulled you over?" And I was like, "Actually, no, I don't."
I think it was the feel in the bridge of this song.
Yeah. Was it the doom or was it the feel? Which one was it?
Phil Collins.
Anyway, and then he goes, "Why don't you have your seatbelt on?" And I'm like,
Oh, did you not have it on?
No. I literally just like I said, I took my seatbelt off, and he's like, "Why don't you have your seatbelt on?" I was like, "This is what I said to him." I go, "I just took it off to get my wallet off the ground so I can get you my license." And he's like, "No, you weren't wearing it." I was like, "Yes, I was wearing it." And he's like, and then he's just like, "All right, blowing this breath test." And I'm like, "Okay, blowing it, fine." Takes my license. He's like, "I'll be back." I'm like, "Okay." Comes back. He's like,
Such a power trip, though.
I found out later who he was. Comes back and he's like, do you know you're driving on suspended license? And I'm like, "Actually, I didn't know that either." And he's like, "Oh, all right. Sure you didn't." And I'm like, "Fuck, here we go."
You can't even talk back.
Highway patrol. But I was just like, "Fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore."
I'm already fucked anyway. Cuff me.
I'm already fucked. So it was like an apprentice. There was his apprentice, which is this girl, and this dude who was on the power trip, and he was making her do all the paperwork. So she was technically giving me the fine, but he was the one talking.
Right.
So he's talking to me. He's like, please get out of the car and come to the back of the vehicle, and we're gonna ask you some questions and all this shit. I'm like, "Yeah, no worries, whatever." Ask me all these routine questions like, how fast were you going? What were you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Why were you driving a suspended license? And it was only because they only got me out of the car because I was driving on suspended license. And then and then the guy butts in and he's like, "Actually, I have 3 more questions for him. So you knew you were driving on suspended license. So why did you do it?" And I just said, "I've told you that I didn't know that."
Yeah.
And he's just like, and then he asked me.
Yeah.
And then he just asked me 2 other questions, and he just goes, was the icing on the cake. He's like, you're just one of those people that can never, you're just one of those people who can never like take the consequences of their actions, like accept the consequences, right? And I just go, "Mate, I understand you need to be the big dog here in front of your apprentice. But you don't need to speak like that to me." And then at that second, his eyes just went fucking red, and I was just like, "Am I good to go now?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to drive." I'm like, "Obviously."
Yeah, I have someone in the car that can drive me. By the way, who was the one that gave me the suspension? So up yours, bro. I'll be on my way.
And then they check Benji's license, and Benji's like, "I actually don't know if I have enough points to drive home." He had like 2 points left. But later, so the job we had just come from, Benji went back and talked to him like a day or 2 later. He's like, "Oh, where's the guy that normally drives for you?" He's like, "Actually, he lost his license the other day. We were driving home and they got pulled over." He's like, "Who pulled him over?" And I remember his name because I got his cop number and her number, so I could say that he was a shit cunt to me.
Yeah.
And it was like Constable Goff or something. And he's like, "Oh, Adam Goff." He's like, "I went to fucking high school with that cunt. He got bullied to shit." And he's just on a massive power trip now. And I was like, "Oh, fuck."
You just know, right? They're also the kind of people that go in there. They're just like, "Haha, I got the bulletproof vest. I have the gun in my pocket. and I have the notepad to issue you a fine.
I was so angry, right? Because he was just like, I understand when cops lay down the law, and I get it. Like,
but if you're not being an asshole,
but
to begin with,
he was just a cunt. Like, he just came up and was just like, "You're a fucking cocksucker." Like, the way he was looking at me and talking to me, I'm just like, come on, man. Like, as if you haven't been a kid, like, or as if you've never sped or done anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's like, you weren't even
relax.
going, I wasn't speeding. I wasn't this, like, you're like, you pulled over, you know, you're there.
It wasn't like I was fucking going to try and outrun him.
Yeah, like, come on, dude. You don't, like, I'm here, I'm on my knees, just flop it out. All right.
The fucking funniest part was, like, the next 2 days I was that angry. I was like, I literally I found him on Facebook, and I was like, nearly found where he lived. I found the town that he lived in. I was just like, this fucking guy, I'm going to go to his house, burn his house down.
Just fucking drive your van right into it.
Yeah. Just like wait for him to come home, bang.
Oh, guys. Well, thank you very much for listening to episode 16 of the Red Wine Good Time podcast.
Don't drive with a suspended license, kid. It's not good.
Make sure you have enough points. Drive responsibly. If you're going to do a drum fill, have your seatbelt on and make sure it's at the lights and you're stopped. If you have any suggestions of what we should eat that's fucked up and disgusting at the start of next episode, feel free to hit us up.
Also,
I've been JT.
Also, hit up the Red Wine Good Time advice line at gmail.com and send us your questions, because we haven't had any in a few months and we want to answer them. And then,
we haven't bumped it. So yeah, like you said, if you have any love advice that you need from two love makers
studs
of the program,
two studs,
any questions really, red wine good time advice line at gmail.com, and we'll definitely answer it on the next episode if you've brought it. So once again, thank you for listening. I've been JT.
I've been Bassi. I just farted on my microphone. It stinks.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.
Come hang out tomorrow morning.
Do it. One Tree Hill.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.